Children live under the guardianship of adults precisely because they lack the maturity, prudence, and experience to make safe, responsible decisions for themselves.
You just heard from Montana Republican State Senator John Fuller testifying at a hearing. This is about a bill he's sponsoring. It would prevent minors from undergoing so-called gender-affirming treatments. The bill would ban all surgical and hormonal gender-affirming treatments for anyone under age 18. So far, more than 100 people testified for more than 5 hours before the measure was adopted. He is with us now, State Senator John Fuller. Thank you, sir, for coming on. We're going to talk a bit more about the bill. We've got a little bit more of what the legislation contains, and it says this. It would also require a school district to inform a parent or guardian when events or courses on human sexuality would be held or taught, and prohibit a school district from allowing any abortion services providers to offer materials or instruction at school. So it spans a number of topics, including also the prevention of minors to receive so-called gender-affirming care. Tell me about why this is a priority for you.
Well, I have spent more than 45 years teaching high school students in public high schools, and I have been a coach and in a variety of sports. And beginning in 1973, I coached after Title IX passed. I was a participant, assistant coaching in various women's sports or girls' sports at the time. It was appropriate to call that. And so I have a vested interest, if you will, in making sure that our children reach maturity before they make life-altering decisions. And it has become increasingly clear to me and to, I think, the public, and especially the Montana public, that these so-called gender-affirming therapy is life-altering, physically altering, and dangerous to children. And I might be a simple country boy from Northwest Montana, but I, for the life of me, cannot figure out why we would use surgical procedures to cure what is obviously a psychological or issue.
There's been some mixed reaction to this proposal, including testimony from those in opposition to the bill of Zoe Zephyr, a transgender woman who is now a colleague of yours, in a sense, a Democratic representative in the state house. Let's take a listen.
Trans people after transition live lives full of joy. My life is one full of joy. I come into this building every day, excited to work with you, excited to work for the people of Montana. And that joy that I carry with me would not have been possible had I not transitioned.
Sir, what's your reaction to that comment there?
Well, Representative Zephyr began to transition as an adult. It was not forced on her either culturally, parentally, or medically when she was a child, and by definition of being under the age of 18. And she may have suffered gender dysphoria for a long time, but the reality is she made the decision as an adult, and I support that decision. She's an adult and makes that decision. So Representative Zephyr can certainly live the style of life that she wishes to live. But children, we protect children from all kinds of things. We protect them from drugs. We protect them from sex with adults. We protect them from even tattoos until they're 18, unless they have significant parental acceptance. But there is nothing illegal, constitutional, unconstitutional, or whatever in expanding our protection against children against cosmetic surgery that has lifelong effects before they are an adult.
All right. We'll keep watching this bill. Before we let you go, sir, I got to ask you about the suspected Chinese surveillance balloon apparently flying over your home state of Montana. Again, Antony Blinken, the Secretary of State, now delaying his own trip to Beijing because of its discovery. What are your thoughts, sir? Talk to me about potential concerns in regards to national security. How are you feeling?
Well, call me a conspiratorist, a conspiracy theory believer, but I have it on good authority that what happened was that there was a container here at the Helena Capitol, here in Montana, capturing some of the hot air emitting from the floor of the various chambers and it escaped, and it is flying eastward to let the rest of America see what goes on. So that's probably what happened.
The balloon. Yes, well, this is, of course, a very serious matter, so we will continue to watch it here on Newsmax. But thank you for joining us today. That is Montana State Senator John Fuller. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for having me.
You got it.